Hey guys, it's Jeff, and today I want to talk to you about a metric in paid search advertising called impression share. In this video, we'll break down what it is, how you can find it in the Google Ads platform, and how you can use it to optimize your campaigns. So without further delay, let's unbox it. So, what is impression share? Impression share is a metric that's calculated for your keywords that tells you how many times your ad showed up relative to the total amount of eligible impressions that you could have served an ad for based on things like your keyword targeting, your geography, or your audience targeting. You can think of impression share as a saturation metric. When we say eligible impressions, you can imagine that as the maximum amount of impressions you could get if you had unlimited budgets or unlimited bids. So for instance, if your impression share for a keyword says 70%, it means that the volume of impressions you served was only 70% of the level you could have served if you had more budget or had higher bids. So let's talk about what can impact impression share and why your impression share for certain keyword targets might not be 100% all the time. There are two reasons why your impression share may be limited for different keyword targets. The first reason is your budget. Google is trying to estimate how much money you're going to spend based on your click costs and your estimated click-through rates of your ads. And so if your budget is very limited, they're going to space out your ads throughout the day based on the relevant searches for your keyword targets. So if you don't have a large enough budget, your budget may run out and you won't show up for every single impression where users are actually searching for relevant keyword targets. The second reason why your ads might be limited in terms of their impression share is because of bids. Since Google Search is an auction-based marketplace, if your bids are too low, you're not going to show up for all of the searches that are relevant to your keyword targets. In this scenario, you might find out that you show up occasionally when the market is less competitive, but as the market changes throughout the days and more advertisers are focused on these same keyword targets, you'll find that your ads don't show up as much. So let's take a look at how we can view this metric within the Google Ads interface. So first, open your Google Ads account and look at the campaigns report. What we're looking for here isn't a default column, so we'll want to go to the right and hit the columns and then Modify Columns button. Once you're here, there are three metrics we want to look for. The first one is Search Impression Share. This is going to be the overall impression share metric that we talked about at the beginning of this video. The second metric we're going to want to look for is Search Lost Impression Share due to rank, and Google abbreviates this Search Lost IS and in parentheses rank. This will tell us how much of our impression share is limited because of the bids in our account and not the budget. The third metric we're going to want to look for is Search Lost Impression Share due to budget, or Search Lost IS and in parentheses budget as it displays in the platform. Once you have these three metrics, hit Apply, and if you scroll to the right, you'll now see these on all of your active campaigns. What this will tell us is not only how saturated we are for these given campaigns by looking at search impression share, but it will also tell us how much of our lost impression volume is due to budget limitations within the campaign or rank limitations due to the keyword bids within that particular campaign. So once you've found this data in your account, let's talk about how to use this to make decisions and optimize your campaigns. Have you ever wondered how much more volume you can get out of a particular keyword target, especially those that are performing well for your business? Well, these metrics will inform you as to how aggressive you can get and how much more volume you can get from those keywords and campaigns. So we're going to cover a couple of examples here that walk you through what to do if you have a good performing keyword that is limited in terms of its impression share. So in this first example, we have a keyword that we want to drive more volume for, but we can see from these metrics that it has a limited impression share, and that impression share is limited by budget. This is a very easy thing to fix. We can either give the campaign more budget so this keyword can get more visibility, Or we can move this keyword into its own dedicated campaign that allows us to budget more aggressively for this one target and increase its overall volume. In this second example, we have a keyword where there's limited impression share, but this time the impression share is limited by the rank. In order to promote more impressions for this keyword, we can't just increase the budgets. We actually have to go in and increase the bid for this particular keyword so that it can show up more often in these competitive auctions. This is where you need to be careful. If you have a keyword that is performing well, but it's on the fence in terms of your target cost per conversion, doing this can actually push up the cost per conversion value of this keyword and make it no longer an attractive target. So make sure anytime you're making this type of adjustment that you have some wiggle room between the current keyword's cost per conversion and your overall target cost per conversion. In this third example, we have another keyword that has limited impression share, but in this case, the impression share is limited by both the budget and the rank. So what do you do in this scenario? What we'd suggest is first start by increasing the budget like we talked about in example 1. This will get you most of the way there without compromising your click costs or your average cost per conversion. Once you've made that change and given the keyword some time to adjust, then revisit it and make the same type of changes we made in example 2, where we look at increasing the bids of this keyword target. By combining this impression share metric with your cost per conversion data, you can make smarter decisions about how to allocate your money within a campaign or a set of campaigns. What we ultimately want to do is max out that impression share metric on all of our best performing cost per conversion keywords. And by using these metrics together, that allows you to make a smarter decision. So now you're ready to get into your account and start using impression share to optimize it. In this video, we covered what it is, how you can find it hidden in those Google ad reports, and how you can use it to spend your money differently and optimize your investments. Make sure to go check it out and let us know if you have any questions when you do so. I hope to see you in the next video. And remember to always be optimizing.